This week on As the Discovery Turns, Dr. Ricky's having some anger issues, and he commits
No!
robot abuse?
How many times do I have to say it?
And Cleveland and his friend find themselves in some shady company.
Charming place.
Well, you're the one who wanted to come here, Mr. Creepy White Man.
Do I need to know the particulars?
As long as you don't spit in my drink again. Don't miss all the drama and crying as the Discovery Turns. Now streaming on Disney+.
Well, look who it is!
Everyone's favorite little green guy is back in town, and he's not alone. Then watch as Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni attempt to salvage whatever is left of Boba Fett's character by having him ride the Rancor, which is actually pretty dumb. Seriously, the holiday special gets Boba Fett right, and this doesn't? What the hell is wrong over at Disney? Then see our little buddy and the Rancor make friends, and then watch as the two of them go nappies. Oh, that's adorable. Baby Yoda stars in, who cares anymore? This started out with so much promise, but just like Rogue One and everything else Disney Star Wars, it just couldn't stick the landing, could it?
A little bit of ha, ha, a little bit of he.
Now see the violence is inherent in the system? Help, I'm being victimized!
Coming soon to Animal Planet. What happens when you take the Summer of Love's fiery but mostly peaceful protesters and you combine them with shark interactions? You get one wacky petting zoo reality TV show mashup that you don't want to miss. Don't miss Autonomous Zone Petting Zoo, the only reality series where the sharks pet you. Coming to Animal Planet.
Because who doesn't want to see some SJWs fed to some sharks? Right. Right, me? Hello. Yes, I'm green screening out. It is St. Patrick's Day. It's allowed. We will green screen out a little bit. It might be less noticeable in other backgrounds, though. Should we change it up? Should we change it up a little bit? We got snow. Oh, snow background because it's snowing right now. Actually, it's raining. Which other one? Blue skies. The blue skies make me look see-through. The blue skies make me look see-through. What do you think? The blue skies are better? Actually, they might be a little bit better on this one. I can just stay still. It just looks like I'm a little sequiny. All right, I think we're going blue skies. We have backup on this one because Discovery is so bad. So is Picard, by the way. Discovery is so bad. It deserves an in-depth discussion and rant on how bad it is with the people who wrote the person who wrote the documentary on it. Who are you? Why are you here?
Yeah, well, if you're in that discussion, I mean, what are you doing talking to me?
I don't know. To be fair, I was thinking about just doing like a beef stew sort of stream, but I realized that my Dutch oven is too small.
Oh, the taters are old, the meat is a fright, everything is leftovers on Saturday night.
Shove it, Bullwinkle.
What? Good, you got that one.
Of course I did. I've got a Rapist of Rocky and Bullwinkle on DVD. I care way more about what happens on Rocky and Bullwinkle than I do in Star Wars anymore, or Star Trek.
And then tell you, it's realistic we got...
Shove it, Bullwinkle.
I know they're tiny things.
I know exactly which one that's from, dude.
Yeah, that's actually really good. That's actually a really good one. All right, so anyway, what do we
Baby Yoda, the day Star Wars died. You know what? I like
listen.
just ignoring the prequels and just skipping right over to Baby Yoda. He's cute.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
He's so cute. I don't like anything else that's in the show. Here, how are you for volume? You gotta stick into the mic a little better.
Said, it's.
I don't think we're gonna be clipping any of this or recording. We're just gonna let it stay live.
Yeah, these seem to do well when you just let them stay. But okay, listen.
YouTube, I demand a raise for putting up with this crap. If these politicians can throw themselves into Star Trek, apparently I'm told.
Well, listen, I don't know if she was paid because that would constitute a campaign contribution or...
If they brought her on as an endorsement for a diversity. This is what Star Trek has done, right? Star Trek has now taken somebody like me who grew up very normal. You know, you grow up seeing all walks of life on TV and in reality, and you're related to all kinds of people, and there's diversity in the world. And then they have decided to reduce every time I see a person who doesn't look like me on screen as, oh, they're just here because of representation. They're just here for their diversity.
Yes.
Star Trek has now devalued humans so much to the point where they're now a diversity.
Apparently, the only people that run Earth are black women now.
And gays.
And
the
black women
gays.
And the gays.
And the gays.
Not just gays, the gays.
It's all of them. It's all of them, and they're all on Discovery.
Oh my.
It's okay. I'm the B in the alphabet. I can say it now. And I'm annoyed that I have to drop it every time. So Star Trek Discovery. We're going to start with Discovery because that's the worst one.
So thankfully,
that's the lesser of the worst of the two.
Thankfully, this is the season finale.
Do you want him on camera or not?
I
He could be on camera, but he's kind of
disheveled.
Disheveled looking.
Right,
well,
so,
you're also kind of green screen out too.
Well, I'm not really green now. Well,
he doesn't really green screen out, but we'll just
the darker green. So okay, so
thought the video was pre-recorded. No, we're live. We're going live.
So okay, so species 10cc.
Oh, species 10cc. They released a DMA and the DMZ while they're on DMT and PCP.
While they're on an LRP.
They gave us all an STD watching the shit.
While they're on an LRP, long range patrol, with BB King.
I hate this so much.
The CIA and Doris Day.
I hate this show
Matt's
so much.
Busby, dig it. This is so
So the whole it's the season finale of Discovery. So apparently, and I do want to point out something. Some idiot in my comments has been doing this for a few times now, and I've blocked him a few times. But somebody has been saying, I don't know, maybe it's a nice person and maybe they're not. But I had an idiot on Twitter tell me this who's trying to argue. Oh, you're just watching it because you secretly like it. No, I like my viewers way more than I like my own sanity. I do this because you guys, because I care about giving you guys something entertaining. If that means that I go crazy and rant and yell and scream at the show because you guys are more composed and less crazy than me, then great.
Oh my god! Speaking of composure,
I'm not watching this for my amusement. I'm not watching this out of anything. Like, I would not be watching Discovery right now if I didn't have a YouTube channel. I might go in and click a Trek Yards video or somebody who's gonna break down what worked and what didn't work. But I'm kind of the point now at this point in my Star Trek viewing career that I'm not watching it for fun anymore. We're watching Resident Alien for fun. We're watching The Orville for fun once that comes out.
All right, that's our reward for having to suffer.
Yeah,
through
so
this.
we're gonna watch Resident Alien after. Can I get a McBLT?
Your feline is stupid. Your feline is obese and stupid.
Checked out Discovery last season, couldn't take it to work. That's kind of how we are. But it's like I really to the point now where you guys know I love you guys way more than I care about my own sanity anymore. And I'm only watching this so you guys get some amusement out of it. So we get some clips for What the Dub. So we get some short videos, and so we get some content to make fun of.
All right. So this episode, this season finale, is written by Michelle Paradise, the one who
Don't let her. And then the guy who directed it. It's just
all over.
Here, ooh, Discovery. It's all shaky cam. Here, this is better.
Shaky cam.
It's this. Just watch my stream on this. It's just shaky cam.
Just like we're going around everything and around.
Yeah. Everybody, it's a spinning shot of going around and around.
It's those Spielberg oneers it's a Spielberg oneer.
It just makes me dizzy. And this is the guy that they gave a production deal to, the director of this episode.
Yeah, they gave him a pretty.
Thank you, man, to $5 super chat. Does it make the Starship Troopers a masterpiece compared to Star Trek Discovery? It makes Starship Troopers 2 a masterpiece compared to Discovery.
I'm doing my part.
It makes Starship Troopers. Yeah, thank you so much. It makes Starship Troopers 2.
Okay, so the DMZ or the FBI or whatever it is, or you
need DMT to watch this. Yeah, so the whole story arcing,
take some LSD.
The overarching story of this is there is some species out there called the 10C, because 10C sees anything is better than this show. And they're like this giant species that communicates through touch telepathy and psychic.
Through some sort of stupid emotion based like chromosome mapping
this
or whatever.
Stupid Vulcan lady tries to communicate it with it by touching the window of the egg that they all got inside of last season.
And it said, you know what it said back? It said, "Oh, Shazbot." Nanu.
As he makes Alien Apocalypse a masterpiece. Well, at least Alien Apocalypse, that has Bruce Campbell in it, so that is a masterpiece.
This makes Battlefield Earth look like the Ten Commandments.
Haley's Battlefield Earth is shot in color and lighting. Shot with a light reflecting on somebody's face.
So where were we?
So we got this whole this species that we've been trying to communicate with. They've sent something that wiped out Planet Quijibo, which is Michael Burnham's boyfriend. That was a planet that I guess that him and her were on for like a year while it took Discovery to catch up in between seasons. Because it took her like 1 minute and it took them like 9 months to get to where she was. Something stupid like that. So
okay,
So we've got this species out there that they have to communicate with, but they want to come through the wormhole and destroy everybody because out of revenge. Because I don't know why.
I don't know
why they wanted to destroy everybody.
What was their motive? Their
I don't know.
motive wasn't very clear.
I missed that. It was just mostly Michael Burnham just crying. I don't know how many times
oh, it's so beautiful.
She cries when she's happy. She cries when she's sad. She cries when she wins. She cries when she loses. She has meltdowns on the bridge, crying in front of her crew.
And I posited the question: what would a real Starfleet officer say to her?
Compose yourself on this bridge. This crew looks to you as a leader. If you can't be a leader, then I will relieve you of command. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Yes, Captain. That's what a leader does. You need to pull yourself together on this bridge. Do I need to relieve you? Do I need to throw you out?
So emotional.
Do I need to throw you out of this review? Oh, God. Oh, God, it's so pathetic. And she's in love with Book, and that's her true love. I don't care.
But you keep that.
Oh,
but
God,
you keep that in private. You look. Listen, any other Starfleet. This is it. If this.
This is Starfleet conflict of interest. They send the most unqualified ship of idiots to go and stop this big nothing that they can't communicate with, despite the fact that we already could have. We've already had this plot line where they have to go and reprogram the Universal Translator hundreds of years in the past. So they go to and reprogram the Universal Translator, have to figure out how to communicate with these assholes. They figure, oh well, they communicate for this, so maybe it's music, and maybe it's emotion, and maybe it's math, and maybe it's I don't care.
There was a movie and a TV series years ago about
it was Close Encounters, right?
About a ship full of screw-ups. It was a pink submarine. It was in the Navy, and I can't remember what
McHale's Navy?
No, it was in the late 70s, maybe early 80s, but like that crew was
Outer Space Astronauts were a better crew. Did you ever see that?
No.
It was like this really bad CGI cartoon on like Sci-Fi Channel at midnight. It lasted 6 episodes. It had giant head people in it, and they took the real people's heads and put them on little teeny bodies. So,
but I mean.
It was better than this.
I mean, for God's sake, McHale's Navy was more disciplined.
Yeah, this ship has no discipline, so they have to communicate with this life form. They spent all this build up to communicate with this, just to kind of force Saru and President Vulcan Trina Hot Pants Lady as a couple. They put Michael Burnham and Book as a couple. They gotta make sure that we have this big huge speech. What about your family? What about your friends? What about your Oh, we see Tilly again. Tilly comes back for about a minute. Cave woman Tilly, who's 900 years in the past of technology-wise, is now teaching at Starfleet Academy with the Magi from...
Operation Petticoat was his name.
Okay, well, yeah, that's not important.
Well, but it was based...
But it's still not important. Anyway, we're past that. Tilly is in this one now.
Oh, yeah, Tilly. Yeah, and yeah, God bless her big boobed heart, I mean... So she
came back. She's part of Starfleet.
To coordinate the evacuation effort or something.
Yeah, evacuation of Earth for some reason because they're gonna blow up Earth or the Federation or I don't know anymore. So, let it go. Let them get blown up for all we care at this point.
You're doing us a favor.
You're doing us a favor because you sent this most incompetent crew of people. This is the part that I couldn't get past. Okay, so they send the Star Trek Discovery a few episodes back to go and communicate with this species. Meanwhile, Michael Burnham's fucking boyfriend, conflict of interest much, is out there with his ship trying to blow the fucking thing up with this creepy white man who serves no purpose other than just being evil white dude.
What What happened to Creepy White
I
Man?
don't know.
Did he get
I don't
blown
know.
up?
I think he died. I don't know.
That's the thing. We don't know. We don't know. We saw it. We don't remember.
To be fair, I was arguing with people in my YouTube comment section about why I still watch this shit.
You go. Creepy White Man got blown up.
Saw the Riff Tracks version of Jack the Giant Killer for St. Patty's Day.
For God's sake.
You know that's better than this.
But okay, so there's a big thing, and Janet Reno gets
she's on. Oh yeah, she's on the ship with Book for some reason.
She's on the ship with Book, and she says you got to stop Book because blah blah because everything's up to you, Mikey.
Which they shouldn't have sent her in the first place because everything got screwed up because she had that little personal relationship with Book in the first place, and he almost blew up the species that was gonna blow up the rest of the planet.
And
so they cry and complain, and they finally communicate with the species after what should have taken one episode. This should have been a one-episode story, by the way.
150-minute episode.
Or a two-part at the best, at best, right? Like, this is like a two-part of a bad episode of Enterprise, right?
All right, now that brings up a very good point. Because we even said this. This episode of Discovery had no coherent, overarching story or theme or any kind of plot points. It seemed like a bunch of script ideas that they took from different scripts.
More Picard, though, you're saying.
Yeah, Picard, that as well.
That's more.
As well.
Picard's definitely. They got
both of these shows are the same. Are exactly the same. There are a bunch. There are a bunch of different ideas, and they don't really mesh well.
No, they don't. It's not only that. We've seen this story countless times in Enterprise when they were developing the damn Universal Translator. So the fact that we are now 900 years into the future of the Federation, we're still having to develop these linguistics programs, despite the fact that they can just warp anywhere because they have a magic mushroom drive.
Oh, okay, the magic mushroom. They had to use the magic mushroom drive.
Imagine if a scholar from 1120 is sent here to teach at Yale.
Yeah,
they are, right?
Well,
they are as backwards as those people are.
Well, the buildings are that old. At least they feel at home there.
I mean, it is kind of the equivalent because you got a bunch of these college-educated assholes coming out of school without jobs or any life skills, thinking that they have any right to tell anybody else anything about anything.
Techie Mantis, two pounds.
Birdo, get your acts together. Minus the swearing. Thank you so much, Techie Mantis.
So all right, where were we? We don't even remember where we were. So they're trying to communicate. Admiral Hot Pants is trying to.
Yes, Lord. The corner just shouted you out on the whole Frost garbage. I looked at you alive. I was great to see you. YouTube Harpy Mecca 420 here. Oh, it's smoke pussy everyday times. That's what we're at. And we can be dirty.
Smoke pussy every day.
So Admiral,
what have I been doing with the Frost stuff? I've just been stalking her Twitter. I don't know.
She's. I was not fired. Nobody said you were.
No, well, I speculated she was fired from her talent agency. I said, why can't we find her on her talent agency? Yeah. I didn't say she was fired.
Nor
did I say she was fired from G4.
I looked up and down. The talent agent website. She's not listed anywhere. She's not listed under the Frost Karen, Frosty, whatever. Indiana Black. She's not listed under.
Yeah, she's not listed as a featured member, but maybe that's because she already has a job. She's not looking for work.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, hey, we look at our successful placement. We've got this talented person here on a TV network. I'd rather talk about Frost.
Okay, so Admiral Hot Lips is whatever her name is, like Ponfar there.
Oh, that's President Trina. She's not an admiral. Yeah, she's hot for Saru. So she's hot for Saru.
I wanna Ponfar all night. So anyway, so she's trying to mind meld with this thing, whatever. Okay, and it's like, there's all these emotions. I'm overwhelmed.
So she goes up to like the window of this egg. She tries to mind meld with it, and then she starts bleeding out her nose, so all the green blood and all this gore. And she's like, and they're like, oh, you gotta stop, you gotta disconnect right now. So she's like, yes, they're terrified of us and they don't understand. Yeah, because you guys tried to blow them up. So they didn't understand that, that the humans and the Vulcans and all the people are like a whole bunch of little life forms that are like a collective one, and you know, they're like, oh yes, we're so much stronger together, and family. You need a family of friends instead of a family of family because we're trying to secretly destroy the family unit by you go against your parents now because they're not your family anymore because they're just a bunch of old white dudes who are wrong political affiliation. Join the cult. Consume. Join the cult. That's the message I got from Discovery. I might be reading into it too much.
Yeah. So that's going on, and creepy white man is trying to blow up the DMA, and he said, if we just blow it up, and we were trying to do that, and I got to stop you. And
well, the problem was though that they sent Discovery, and they did attack the thing. So of course they have every reason to be, because you sent the most incompetent, emotionally crippled, stunted, juvenile ship of people there in the first place.
The ship of fools.
Yeah, the ship of fools.
That's the ship of
This
fools.
is just our diversity hires ship. You know, there's a reason why the flagship was run by an old white dude, maybe, in this universe. I don't know. Are you telling me he did a better job and you're jealous?
Maybe he was the most competent officer.
Ooh.
LOL, of course, I don't.
I remember character names. That's how much I paid attention while playing Power Washer.
So creepy white man.
I was washing a van.
All right, but and Cleveland says you can't save your dead friend.
You can't save your dead friend. All I have left. Oh, but my time is up. You have your whole life and your people, and Michael Burnham loves you so much. You need to go to her.
Please blow me up too. If I go back to her, she's just gonna cry again.
And that's all she did this episode. She starts crying and crying. Oh, and then Saru and President Hot Pants, Vulcan Hot Pants chick, Hot Lips, is like, hey, you know what? Maybe I was wrong. I want to have a relationship and work. That's at the end. That's at the end. I'm jumping ahead.
So creepy white man, does he blow up? I don't remember.
I don't know.
Well,
somebody suggested life form.
Tiny little life forms.
Yay!
You precious little life.
Who's this from?
What's it from?
Where are you?
You don't recognize Generations?
Oh, okay, yeah, it's been a while. So creepy white man, for all we know, he's dead. Okay.
For all we know, he's probably dead, but who cares?
Okay, but who cares? No great loss.
Who cares?
All right. So creepy. So what's his face? Cleveland. He's beamed off. I gotta beam off the ship. So he beams off, and he gets in.
Well, didn't they blow up Cleveland's ship?
Yeah, they blew up Cleveland's ship, but he tried to transport, and so that's.
No, they didn't blow up her ship. No, the president of Earth, or somebody who's a representative of the president of Earth. She goes and Rose Tico's Cleveland ship.
Rose Tico. Oh.
She flies into a ship, and she's like, "I'm going to sacrifice myself."
First, it was going to be Lisa Left Eye, and then it was going to be...
That is the one who stayed behind, and she's like, you know what? If we're all going to die, I'm going to stay behind. But now she's like, no, you guys are all trying to sacrifice yourself.
We need someone to sacrifice herself.
Yeah.
Don't everybody volunteer at once.
Cliff Matthews' Discovery is the lower decks of the past. In the future, it is.
Oh, so I think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said they beamed down to the surface of a gas giant, which is...
Oh, I don't remember even.
Which, in and of itself, is ludicrous, because gas giants don't have surfaces, and if they could beam down to the surface of a gas giant, they'd be crushed by the hypergravity.
Is this where we can see the chat? Here, let me pull the chat up on screen if I can.
Yeah, so... Okay, so they're on this whatever this surface is.
Hypergravity. There you guys are.
There you go. Actually, yeah, I do like that. It's a nice touch putting the chat behind us.
Yeah. Then you guys are involved and included.
Yeah, we're inclusive. So Hans von Butterdutch. Did anyone catch Juicy?
I did a video on that. It got suppressed because I said he had white privilege, and then Tim Pool said the same thing after I said it.
So they're on the surface of this.
Even though I think he got his video up first, but I recorded mine last night when we were live. Anyway, so yeah, what else happened?
They're on the surface of the whatever, okay, and we see every color of the rainbow. It's like a bag of Skittles, okay, with their diversity. All right. And
the whatever what? Oh, the planet.
The planet, whatever it was.
It's like not even a planet.
And they see like species 10cc, which is just,
That's a Mario Kart race.
And so the species 10cc, they communicate with 10cc. We're trying to be succinct as possible, And so, we're all, blah, blah. Michael Burnham starts crying again. 10cc brings Book back.
For some reason.
Hey, y'all, I'm back. What happened?
Because she started crying at him. She's like, he was my one. He was my one true love, and I loved him so much, and I'm crying. Where? Oh, crybaby track. She cried how many times? Like 4 times.
Oh my God. Oh, we forgot to say how they got off the ship. The book.
They all transported.
With transport, with the Cleveland collar. Cleveland had the collar for the cat.
Oh,
which
yeah.
had the hollow disruptor. Yeah, this is for my cat. She doesn't like holograms.
Don't either.
Hey y'all, I'm Cleveland. So okay, are they watching Teletubbies thinking to land on a gas? They don't know science. A gas giant doesn't have a surface.
No, it's just gas.
It's gas. Hence the name, gas giant. And
they don't know that though.
And if it did, like I said, and it's a giant plane. And
I am so mad. Here's what really triggers me more is that you have these idiots who don't understand that a gas giant doesn't have a fucking surface, and they're being paid millions and millions of dollars, while you two can sit here and suppress and squash anybody who criticizes this shit. It's like seriously, what purpose do we have as a society to keep us so stupid? We think this is if you want, if you want a whole bunch of people to like evolve into a place where we can figure out some of this shit, maybe don't keep us all stupid so you have to eliminate 1 billion of us. I mean, maybe that's it.
By the way, Clint Matthews, I like your icon because that's from the wrestling game for Nintendo. But anyway. Okay, so species.
Oh, I can see him better now.
So species 10cc is the DMA and Tilly and what's the guy's name? The guy from Admiral whatever.
The guy from the Mummy.
The guy from
the
Mummy.
Magi.
So
the Magi.
Okay. So they're leading. They think it's a lost cause and they're getting drunk.
Yeah, they're sitting there drinking, talking about their family and their life choices.
Their life choices, yeah. And so
so they're drinking instead of like, hey, the world's gonna blow up. You want to bang?
Tilly's kind of cute.
But then they're talking about how she's got like her boyfriend for her first boyfriend, and we watched the thing over here and Ree.
Okay, so all right. Yeah, listen. You think the world's gonna be destroyed? If you survive, I think your wife's gonna be pretty understanding. Yeah. Well, what would you want me to do? Even the sun has like 2% of that. It's helium and hydrogen. Other than hydrogen, it's true. Okay, so their ingenious plan was to stop 10cc from destroying the universe.
There. Yeah.
Was to.
I don't remember.
Ask them.
Ask them to not. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. They had to do a stupid, simple solution so you don't even think about it. Yeah, they just asked them, could you not blow us up? Okay. Could you not blow us up? Thank you. Uh-huh.
Listen. For anyone who's going to say, oh, yeah, but what about the girl bashing her head in with a rock?
We'll save that until we get to Picard.
All right. Listen. If anyone out there is going to defend this by saying, "Oh, but what about Star Trek Motion Picture?"
I don't like that one either. That much.
But Decker, whatever the hell that guy's name is, Stephen Collins or whatever the hell his name, V'ger wanted to merge it to Creator, okay, and he actually offered to merge himself with the Creator, with V'ger. That's to form a new life form. Mm-hmm. So I mean,
that's different.
I'm going to deliver the final sequence myself. You know what it's going to do. I know exactly what it's going to do, Captain. Admiral,
well, that's what they did in Picard. You're jumping ahead to what Agnes did with the Borg Queen.
But no. But if anybody's trying to defend that by saying it's a
a lot of the times they just defend it by trashing. Like, here's something stupid that happened in Star Trek. Whatever, Next Generation episode 1 or something.
Okay, all right. But anyway, so they asked them, and everything is back to normal. Everybody and all the gay characters hanging out, and all the black characters hanging out, all the minority characters hanging out, they're having drinks, and everybody's hugging, and everybody's having a cry. And I'm saying, and I'm saying, dear God, there's still 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, this suffers from Batman syndrome. Just end already. Just end already. It was an hour long without commercials. So just end already. You're like squeezing me off of my armrest. I'm like,
but if you're writing for a 3-act, television series program, whatever it is, usually you have your prologue, your act 1, act 2, act 3, and then your epilogue. Your epilogue is not supposed to be longer than one of the fucking acts.
And it was like 15 minutes. We keep waiting for it. Keep waiting, and then the president of Earth shows up.
And guess
United Earth. So the president of United Earth comes up. I'm like, I thought we were dealing with President Karen here. Oh, she's the president of the Federation. So who's this other chick who was the fighter pilot? She was like what? Just a general.
She was the
an
general
ambassador.
that was gonna rat him out, and then she redeemed herself.
Yeah. So she was just a general, and then you had the guy who snacks all the time. What happened to him? What happened to Munchie?
I don't know. Snacks? I don't know. Munchie?
What happened to him? He was playing chess with the computer.
Mike Munchie. Mike Munchie, which is a character on the old Bay City Rollers TV show. Mike Munchie.
It's better than Timmy, huh?
Timmy
Turbo. Timmy! What happened to Timmy? He's not on there either. Timmy Turbo isn't there.
Oh, give him time.
He couldn't wheel himself into the 900 years.
There's still another season of this crap.
Oh, God. Oh, God. No. So there's one more season of this.
At least. Oh my God. They're just throwing everything they have.
And more endings of The Hobbit. Had a Scouring of Earth, a Marriage, A Journey to the West.
So, okay, the shuttle opens with the president of the United Earth, okay? And it's Stacey Abrams. If for anyone overseas watching who's wondering who the hell is Stacey Abrams?
I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, that's the bitch who had the mask on she had none when all the little kids behind her.
Stacey Abrams is Democratic. Yeah, Stacey Abrams was Democratic candidate for the governor of Georgia.
So she was the diversity hire choice for governor?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, don't hire this woman. She looks like she's going to grind up your children for adrenochrome, apparently, allegedly. Yeah, this bitch was on it. Could you focus on this bitch?
Listen, I'm not adverse to having...
Probably for the best. She's sitting there, and every single one of these little kids are like, we have to wear these for 9 hours a day, despite the fact that we're only protecting her selfish fat... Like, that's what it really boils down to for me. I'm like,
okay, listen.
So screw this. I don't want to have to, like, look up who these political people are.
Oh, listen, I'm not adverse to having a guest star. You know, if you want to have her guest star, fine. Okay? But however, that's just calling attention to it, and that is making a political endorsement. Okay? Which I'm really not in favor of. I'm wondering if she got paid for it, which probably, if camping finance rules are what they are, it probably didn't. There's been a lot of people who've guest starred on different Star Trek series. The Prince of Jordan. The Prince of Jordan was on an episode of Deep Space Nine or something. We
had Mae Jemison, who was the first black woman who ever went into space.
Yeah.
You know, you have like real, actual, accomplished astronauts, right? And when you do this crap, right? Okay. Oops, that's my thing. Well, like and subscribe. When you do this thing. When you do this thing in Star Trek, first off, this is an American political candidate. This isn't even like a world leader. This is just a local little governor candidate. So what the hell do people overseas in the UK or in Norway or in Germany or in anywhere else care about our political candidates for Georgia? Like, what do the people in Vancouver care? In Toronto? Yeah. They filmed this crap in Toronto.
Or Mexico or Argentina.
Yeah, this is supposed to be an international sort of thing. So to have this little nod of whatever political candidate you're endorsing, first off, don't do that, because what if they're in cahoots with some country that we're at war with or something? First, don't do that, because, I mean, how many people were going on and on about Orange Man being in cahoots with whatever, and now it turns out the other way around? It's the one we got now who's in cahoots. I don't know. See, this is why I don't talk politics, because I'm not the person who's giving any information. I repeat back as an uninformed person who shouldn't even be talking about it.
Of all things, you know how you do it, actually, of all things. You know who, you're familiar, you know the guy John Tesh, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was actually in an episode of TNG, I think it's season 1 or 2, and where Worf had to run the gauntlet.
Maybe.
With the guy with the cattle prods. And he was one of the guys with the cattle prods. I'm like, that's how you do it. You don't call attention to yourself.
Do you think that Kurtzman's acting like a scorned lover? Maybe. Possibly. Orange Man bad.
Real Trek had Professor Stephen Hawking. Yeah, well.
Yeah, you had like real scientists
Listen,
and accomplished people.
I
don't want to celebrate these goddamn world leaders in a day and age where everything is so politically divisive because you don't know who the good guys are and who the bad guys are. For all we know, Star Trek might be on completely the wrong side of history from what I see. Because from where I'm sitting, everything that they're condoning and trying, or every political affiliation and every candidate that they endorse, seems to me, from where I'm sitting as somebody who's just trying to piece shit together after 2020, and trying to come back in as like, well, you clearly on the wrong side of history here, Star Trek. You're clearly on the side of this authoritarian, fascistic stuff, and the more that they bring in this political message, the less I think that they understand whatever political message they're trying to say, because I'm like, well, you're just making a case against the guy we got now. You're just making a case against why this is all wrong.
Well, okay. Well, like I said, Biden can be overlooked. Listen, I got no problem with Justin Trudeau if they put him in Romulan makeup if he wanted to, or whatever, you know? Or if he was just a guy behind a desk.
I mean, he does like going around in blackface.
Yeah. Yeah, you want, yeah, if he's, like you said, if Justin Trudeau wanted to be...
If all I know about him is he's the blackface prime minister...
Listen, a lot of...
who froze a bunch of his own people's bank accounts. I'm gonna think that's a fascistic dictator, isn't it? Aren't I?
Peggy Peoples actually on a Seinfeld episode for one episode because a friend was a producer. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice. Justin Truvix.
Like I said, I've got... Listen,
so they're bringing in too much politicization.
Okay, so like I said, so Stacey Abrams is on there. So she's the thing. She said, "Oh yeah, we're ready.
This up.
We're ready to rejoin the Federation." Yada yada.
Yeah, she's like, we join it together because diversity and whatever. I don't know. I stopped paying attention after that.
Okay. And like I said, if she's a fan of Star Trek, but that's fine.
I don't think she is. I think they brought her on because she was their current political candidate.
Yeah, and like I
said... Maybe it's Michael Burnham. Maybe she's from Georgia. I mean, it would affect her in her Walking Dead days.
Did STD warp another 1,000 years in the future? Apparent season...
In between season 2 and 3 they did. Not another 1,000. Not another 1,000. But they did 1,000 already. Here, let's see if I can pull this up on screen without getting too... Here we go.
There we go.
Wow. Well, I don't want it that big. We want it less big, like this. There you go. We want it less big. So you can clearly see it's an hour crapping long. Oh, I gotta move you guys
God's
now.
Sake, I can't believe it.
Well, you guys are more important. We'll put it behind you guys. Seriously, screw this show. You guys are more important. So yeah, we got... Oh, we could have succeeded otherwise, General. I don't remember.
No, it was all because you, Mikey Spock.
Is this where is she? There she is. Oh yeah, and he goes off with his fucking...
There she is.
Like I don't buy you even being elected as anything. You're like you're like these fucking potato brain candidates that they've got paraded around, or why I stopped voting 20 years ago. Because all these people are goddamn idiots. You're telling me that she's gonna do any worse job than the people we got?
Well,
but the
like
same.
I said. So like I said, is it an endorsement or is it?
I think it's an endorsement. I think it's an endorsement because they don't do anything without a political message in the show.
All right. So we couldn't have done it without you, Mikey Spock. Is she okay?
Why aren't the rest of them wearing masks around her? We need to protect old obese fat people like this.
Oh, I love
She's on our list of why aren't they wearing masks around her?
Okay, so all right, so look, okay, so all right, you got, like I said, it's a bag of Skittles, okay?
I know. We got a diversity cornucopia. So there's President Hot Pants and Saru there.
So they're gonna go off and do the ponfar.
They're gonna go ponfar all night long. It's great. Why is Star Trek so bad? So yeah, he saves the cat.
He says the kitty cat. Okay, there's
President Tarina.
President Karen.
No, President Karen. I call her President Karen. Political message first, then build a story around it. That's clearly what they're doing. That's clearly what they're trying for.
Well,
they want to do a political message that they're not smart enough to do. That's the huge problem I have with this. Is like, I play a lot more dumb than I really am, but they are literally not smart enough for any of these political messages. These are the equivalent of of 5th grade me saying, gee, if all the bad people in the world are a bunch of old white guys, let's just make black women everything. Literally what I said when I was, in 6th grade. 5th or 6th grade, and they have the emotional intelligence and political intelligence of a 6th grader. So this is Tara. Becca, the quartering mentioned your name. Well, thank you, quartering. I hope it's good.
Oh, quartering.
And somebody else said that. Thank you. I appreciate it.
There you go.
Any help I can get, I do definitely appreciate. Because YouTube isn't doing us any favors. But like I said, I watch this so that I can yell at it and amuse you guys.
All right. So it ends, and
it ends, and they cry it out.
Everybody has a cry, has a hug,
and they go and cry, and he runs off. Does he have his cat, or does she keep the cat?
No, he has the cat.
He keeps the cat. Okay, he keeps the cat.
And Stacey Abrams is there. Hi, I'm Stacey Abrams. I'm a loser.
What? So why don't you kill me?
Yeah.
I'm a loser, baby. Why not, right?
Let's listen. Okay, listen.
Tilly does not hook up with the Magi, though. That's kind of disappointing. And this is the creepy one. Do we care anymore? So this show sucks. Okay. It goes out on a wet fart. Yeah. Now we got to talk about Picard for the next hour, which is more interesting.
All right. So Picard. Bring up Picard. Okay. So all right. But here's the thing. I didn't. Yeah, discounted Idris Elba. Yeah.
Time story Idris Elba.
So I didn't completely hate Picard. Okay, but there's a reason why.
We've seen it before.
Yeah,
we've seen it before. I liked it the last time I saw it when it was First Contact.
And I liked other parts of it better when it was called Voyager.
You know what I got with First Contact? I got Borg Bubble Bath that had 3 B's on it. It was misspelled.
BBBB?
Mm-hmm.
Bubble
Bath.
Bubble Bath.
Here's the Borg vagina. Can we show this, or should I censor it?
No, it's...
So it opens up and squirts all these ships out of existence. It has... Listening to Patrick Stewart
I'm old.
In this day and age is just...
Like a rhyme of you're ageist. You're ageist.
A little bit. He just reminds me of every old white dude that ruins everything. And I'm like, right. You're going against...
I'm going to ruin this too.
Your message here, because now I hate Picard, and I'm looking at him, and I'm thinking, and I'm comparing him a lot to another old fart who can't finish a sentence and can't say anything that makes any sense.
True international under pressure.
Yeah, it's Rob. It's Rob.
Truman not under pressure.
It's Rob.
Yes, I did poopy pants.
Okay, so they reset everything. Q sends them all back to what? To Rios' ship? This is all the previously on.
Sanguine Links asks, is Picard better than last? Picard says, no. But it's less detestable.
So far. There's less violence and gore far.
We don't hate it as much.
Yeah, so far there's less violence, there's less gore. We don't hate it as much, but that's because we've seen it already with DS9, or not DS9, with First Contact. Actually, they're getting to the Bell rides next.
First Contact, Voyager. I mean, these are plot points we've all seen before and done better.
Exactly. So we've all seen this already before with this. This is the alternate universe-y version. So I guess that they put their consciousnesses in their alternate universe bodies. Is what it looks like, right? And something happens that the ship blows up from Q. I thought it all blew up before, but apparently it doesn't.
So there's a pew-pew on the...
Yeah, we start with a pew-pew shootout because Seven of Nine's husband in this one, well, she's the president. She's like an evil dictator president in this universe. So we start with her husband here. This guy who is I'm sorry, that's Jerry Ryan. She's kind of out of your league. That's okay. She's also out of Michelle Hurd's league.
And she's also out of my league, but...
That's okay. I like women with like a prettier face anyway. I mean...
All this stuff.
Brains not being such political zealots might help unless you actually are right.
So, okay. But they actually have trigger guards on the weapons, which is kind of unusual because usually they make them look futuristic. They don't do that.
Well, it's better to have a trigger guard than to go all Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't want some director shooting themselves.
Okay.
That's what he said. He said that she did. It was her fault. Now he said it was her fault.
Well, okay,
my god.
We won't go there.
That's another video for another day. We're talking about Star. So he's like, "What's my name, honey? What's my name?" So we'll give him some credit. He realized that's not his wife.
Okay, that was actually pretty well written.
I'm like, all right. So you've got some elements that are reasonably well written in this. However, we've seen it before. This part we didn't see before. But yeah, he's like, "Oh, what's my name,
there's
honey?"
There's a pew pew. Okay,
There's a pew pew. Of course, there's a huge pew pew.
Elnor gets Elrond.
Okay, so they're big choices. Their ship's power is going out. They have to choose between saving the Borg Queen and Elnor, the Vulcan elf Romulan.
Lame of the Rings.
Lame of the Rings. Lameless. So this Romulan kid who looks like an elf from Lord of the Rings. So he died, or he gets shot or blown up. Raffi's trying to save him in sick bay. Well, the Borg Queen is trying to siphon power. Meanwhile, Agnes is back there, having funsies with her, trying to hide and be out of the way.
She's and Q shows up for an obligatory cameo.
Yeah, Q, since he shot all of his scenes there in
That's
1
right,
second.
Jean-Luc. I have to show up at least once per episode. You're looking adequate.
Yeah, Q is good, at least. At least we like him. So what? They send them all back in time.
There's lots of pew pew getting away, and she hooks herself up into the thing there.
And the Borg Queen hooks herself up, and then they jump him out of the way into the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. They jump him out of the way, they hook him in the past. Then Eleanor bleeds out. So then Eleanor bleeds out. And we got 27 producers in their opening here.
Yeah. And they crash land somewhere. Somewhere outside of LA.
Oh, well, they're going to crash land outside of LA. They're doing it.
No reference to, hey, NORAD is going to track us, or we're going to be visible in satellite imaging. Yeah. We're going to be picked up by radar. None of that. None of this stuff.
Meanwhile, Raffi's in sickbay trying to keep Elnor from bleeding out.
And we've also seen a lot of this from Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, too.
Yeah. This is just, they go back to Earth again with the Borg again.
But they have to save money on the budget, so they use all modern stuff.
So the Scott Pilgrim trip murder anybody in this episode. She's fucking nuts. This girl is crazy. Okay, so
yes.
her big thing is she's got to get into the Borg Queen's head. She hooks herself into the freaking Borg Queen, so which we've seen a million times before too in Star Trek. Well, I've seen that, at least this is Star Trek, but I've seen this a million times over, where they're like, "Please let me connect with the hive mind. I promise it won't be a mistake. I can do this. I can."
Data did that in the best of both worlds. You connect with the hive mind.
We've seen this time and time and time again. So Picard's like, "Fine, I will let you go into the Borg thing. I'll monitor you.
All right, as long as you're a good girl."
And she's like, "Well, but I have daddy issues, and I kind of hate you and want to disobey you because I have daddy issues."
If you do a good job, I'll buy you an ice cream.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Elnor bleeds out. Who cares? No big loss
They
there.
They put him in the
Put him in the Borg. They put him in the fridge so it'll keep better for later.
And the big thing is, if we undo the future, will that save Elnor? I'm like, yeah. None of these events will have happened. Didn't you see Back to the Future?
This is a universe where these idiots have never seen Back to the Future. But they know how to swear.
It's basic time travel stuff. You stop this event from happening, then nothing else happens down the line.
Even the detached Borg Queen effect is 25% different. Actual Trek had the Queen lifted and lowered just by the head, not the arms. Exactly. Remember the characters on TV shows were endearing?
She's crawling along chasing Agnes or whatever inside the ship. I'm like, come on, you're afraid of her? She's at a tremendous disadvantage.
Yeah, she's crawling like the Walking Dead, the zombie in the first episode that's like just arms. That's exactly the shot they were going for.
Yeah. The Borg Queen has a tremendous disadvantage. She has no torso.
Where'd she start crawling? Let's see if I can find it. I don't know where it is. Is it here?
I don't know.
It might be here. Oh, we need to fix her. We need to plug her in and fix her, because she wipes out, like the Borg Queen wipes out most of her power in the jump, I guess. Yeah. So she's only like at 9% power. So Agnes is like, "Yeah, I'll be fine, Mr. Picard. You're my daddy now, and I want to disobey you because I have daddy issues."
God, these people are so stupid.
Okay, I haven't seen any of this, any of the episodes. Does Q being there make season 2 suck any less? Yes. However, there's
a caveat to that.
Yeah. Yes, Q is the only watchable part of this. As far as like the only way I can watch this is somebody who really loves Star Trek is to just treat it like I'm watching Mystery Science Theater movies. I just have to detach myself and pretend that this is like, okay, this is just like a fan film. This is just a fan film and a bunch of cosplayers, or this is something I would see coming out of a convention or something. So I can kind of detach myself just to riff it, just to try and have some entertainment out of it. But it really hurts as a Star Trek fan to have to sit there.
There's very little redeeming value to any of this.
Right.
See,
Right.
Girardi was watchable to me. See, that's the thing. I kept saying, why is her name spelled Jurati? It would be Giradi. I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Jurati.
Yeah.
It's Girardi. I don't know.
I don't know. So she's got to go and she's got to hook herself in because it's so much easier for her to go in, and I mean, at least she kind of has a purpose. It's like, okay, this is our cybernetics expert. Seven can't do it because she doesn't have her parts anymore. Even though Seven would still have the memory of it, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
She would still have the memory of it, and she would be there like at least to observe. But no, her and
they
Raffi
have to-
beam down to the planet.
They have to split. They have to split everybody off.
They have to split everybody off. So Girardi has a purpose of being there because otherwise she wouldn't, like, they could have just had Seven do this.
And the other thing
But they want Seven to be an action star now and diversity.
The other thing I don't
And
understand.
a representation character now.
Well, I understand why they did it, but it makes a little sense. How come everybody beams into separate places? I mean, I understand
don't
why they did it, because they wanted everybody. They wanted to set up. Beardy.
Will Girardi ever meet Geordi? You know, what if they put her as a couple with Geordi? Ah, LaForge. Captain LaForge, my old friend. Here is Agnes Girardi. And then they hook up and meet because, he's going to be banging her, huh? She would. They would do that because they are just awkward enough. She's awkward enough with men.
I'm sure YouTuber Major Grin will do a comparison between Walking Dead. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's good. Definitely check out. He's a good channel. I like his channel a lot.
He's good.
Sometimes he shows up.
He's
shows up.
nitpicking nerd, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. If you check out Nitpicking Nerd, he's cool. He's got a cool accent too. Hello, this is Nitpicking Nerd. I'm like, he's really good.
Yeah, so she plugs herself into the thing and she pokes around the Borg's memory, the Borg's mind, because she can do this all of a sudden. So she's going around and she double crosses the Borg Queen because this little mousy, crazy little murderer. I think she's goddamn dangerous and they should have locked her up.
Oh, yeah.
This little mousy murderer is a match for the Borg Queen all of a sudden. And Miss Pukey Face from season 1. I don't know how many times she puked. And then they go into a bad cover of California Dreamin', which I'm not going to play for you, while they all beam down. So Raffi beams down into a homeless camp outside L.A.
In broad daylight.
In broad daylight.
On a busy street.
In broad daylight. She's like, all these policies failed. I'm like, yeah, you're really selling me on the other party here if you're telling me that Democratic-run L.A. is a shithole and that's a problem. This is why I say I think their politics don't actually match up their intelligence level. They think that they know and then they don't. So
okay, so
she beams in. Oh, he beams into basically above ground.
Up in the middle of thin air.
Middle of thin air, so he's got to fall down.
Which doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I don't know how he beamed in the middle of thin air. I don't remember. Was it because their power was mostly knocked out and they didn't know how to?
They couldn't really. But they would beam into the middle of a building or something, or middle of a sidewalk.
The Europa mission to boldly go. New interplanetary expeditions.
Does it say to boldly go?
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Boldly go to the bathroom.
So she gets Raffi
mission.
almost gets robbed. And
Raffi almost gets
evil
robbed.
Evil white homeless man.
Yeah, but it's because she falls into it. And their political message of homelessness is bad, okay? It's like, well, stop voting for the people and let it happen then, bitch. We're already making friends. And then 7 of 9's all comfortable in this world.
And what she does, she knocks the guy out and she robs him.
I'm surprised society didn't collapse sooner than I thought. Here, this is an actual, here. The Apocalypse Fund.
So.
Plus, he started it. Yeah, she had to go and fight some guy who pulls a gun on her, a white guy. Yeah. He's not important.
Wonderful ambassador up against the backdrop of hope.
There you go.
Hey, you guys voted for it. Back it up. A hope meets hopelessness. You're killing it, 2024. Hey, that could be right now, and you voted for it, isn't it? Look, you're even in the Chaz Spaz zone, the Chop Spaz zone. The Spaz, is that what it was called? The Spaz zone? I don't know. I did a video on the Autonomous Zone Petting Zoo. You know, the Spaz?
Yeah.
That's where they land. She lands in the Spaz. And she really wonders who did it.
Okay, so there's Jerry Ryan. Okay, yeah.
Picard, can you hear me? So Girardi's wandering through the Borg Queen's mind as she slowly repairs her and brings her from to consciousness. So the more she's in there, the longer she's in there, the more strong she gets, which I know we've seen countless times because I've watched Star Trek for, since 1980 crapping 7. I know Star Trek a little bit, just a little bit. I've seen this a few times before, so I didn't mind seeing this again. However, I hate this character so much.
That stupid squashed face.
I hate this character so much. She's looking at me. I'm so afraid of everything. Yeah, she's rattling the doors. Listen to my voice. You're there for a purpose. And then she starts getting assimilated. But while she's in there, we find out that they have this watcher that they have to find, which is probably going to be Guinan, for fuck's sake. It's going to be Guinan or somebody that we know. It's going to be a member berry, right? It's got to be Guinan. It's gotta be
the only person it could be.
But why would she be a watcher? Is she a watcher or is she a listener? She's supposed to be, they listen. Why would they call her a watcher? 25% different. 25% different Guinan is there probably.
That's the only person it could be. It's so transparent. It's the only she's the only one with a long enough lifespan. Or, oh no, could it be Data?
Data's head?
Data's head.
Oh my god, Data's head from... They would do that, wouldn't they?
They would.
It's gonna be Data's head.
Oh my god, that just hit me. Oh my god, no. No. The potato chips there, I need to drown my sorrows.
The Picard are going to the sets of STD, and the shows are going full meta with the actors of STD telling Picard how to be a good human.
Because Data's... No, it's Data. It's Data's dad.
It's gonna be soon, maybe. Well, he's in it.
Data's head was buried underneath the hotel in San Francisco in 1890 something, 1880, whatever it was.
Data's head gets their shit. Here's where we stopped the stream, Dad. Well, I kind of figured it'd be Guinan, though. But then why do they call her an observer or a watcher?
No,
they would call her a
not
listener.
Data's head from Time's Arrow.
It's gonna be Data's head. Her facial expressions looks like Picard explains the
there's
fact
only
of life
there's
to
only
her.
two there's only two things it could be. There's only two things it could be. It could Guinan. It could Guinan. Oh, it looks like she's getting ready to puke right there. Pukey McGee. Guinan or Data's head. Data's head was active all through. Remember Bender when they found Bender's head in the desert?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Homage.
Yeah. Oh, now you're concerned about
sadly,
history.
Mark Twain won't be appearing to make this better.
Screw history.
They're gonna do it.
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Because all this setup and they're just gonna find Picard's mother was assimilated by the Borg back here too. Or back before she was born.
Oh my god.
No, Data just Brent playing somebody new. Yeah, another new. Oh yeah, so she gets that inside the Borg Queen's head, so she knows the exact coordinates of this Watcher. Because that was the only reason why they were keeping the Borg Queen alive still. And then in the least interesting scene ever, I guess Seven and Raffi have to go and do something on the roof. What do they have to go to the roof for? To find his signal. To find Rios' signal. So meanwhile, he's in like a back alley abortion clinic, illegal immigrant sort of medical facility because
the doctor is so
because human rights and representation and I don't know. I don't get it. Because and then so he's off on his side quest. But we gotta focus on this. Seven is only here and not dealing with the Borg Queen because so she can have her little representation moment with Raffi, where we realize that Seven and her broke up because Seven's afraid of commitment because we already saw.
They want to find a nice quiet place to go off and scissor.
They're like, oh, we need to go up to the roof and take a photographic image of something or digital image.
Yeah.
Capture a digital image because Seven talks like that still. And Raffi's like, it's a photograph. It's just my girlfriend and I, we met up there and our first picture was up there and we want to go up to the roof and recreate it because...
And your buddy...
And your other security guard is way less fun than you. And that works on him because he's an old white dude. Because he's an idiot white guy, right? Yeah. Is that why it works on him?
Okay, yeah.
There he is. Stupid white security guard dude. He's like, hey, I'm more fun than my fat, round, fat colleague guy.
And so, Beardy...
Yeah, Beardy... Okay, so that works. They get up to the roof to find a signal. They realize that his signal's all wonky. It's, so he's in like a Mexican hospital, free hospital sort of clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's in a free hospital that treats people who might not have papers and all this because social commentary is important. Social commentary.
But it's kind of a nice it's a nice idea.
It's a nice idea. They're just not smart enough to understand.
Yeah, this is like it's just the execution's kind of bad.
Yeah. So of course he's there. This is like Batwoman levels of dumb. So he's in this clinic with the doctor so he can have a romance set up here. Yeah. Clearly.
Of course the two Mexican people have to have a romance.
Clearly, the two Spanish speaking people. Well, he's not. He's Spanish. She might be from Mexico for all we know. We don't know yet. I'm sure the people who make Star Trek don't know the difference. Remember, the people making this are the people who think that people from south of the border are only here to clear off their tables after they're done eating. Just like Kelly Osbourne said. So this is why I'm a little suspicious of their social commentary, quote unquote, with this. Are you trying to paint all people who speak Spanish as being in the country illegally? Because that's a little bit racist there, pals. That's a little bit racist there. And the fact that I always constantly have to call out these wokier than thous on that is a little bit disturbing. It's a little disturbing to say the least. Why couldn't she be a reputable person? Why do they have to have an immigration raid? I mean, I guess because it sets up the next story, but with him. So he tries to trick her kid into giving his comm badge back because the kid's there just playing with it like it's a beeper.
Angela Schmalkin wants to know if they're going to have Picard walking from a car and say double dumbass on you.
Probably.
Oh,
and she's such a bad mom. She lets him watch Rick and Morty because he's 7. Do you really... Doesn't Morty bang some chick and he's like 14 and she's on his lap? That's about when I tuned out of Rick and Morty.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, Rick and Morty's not age appropriate for this one.
No.
Yeah, so she's a terrible mother, clearly. He sees, oh yeah, she's such a terrible mother. I'm going to have to marry her so this kid has a father figure because she's just going to let him watch this trash. And that's where they crash, and now the Borg Queen is like, hey, she was in my head. She was in my head, and I have respect for her.
I'm sorry, but I'm still stuck that they crash landed in the middle of a field somewhere.
Yeah.
And, we're going home. I'm like, where's home? Where's home?
France?
They never say where. They never say specifically where. They crash landed in the field, and the Air Force or nobody, Civil Air Patrol, nobody picked up the ship on the radar.
Yeah. So yeah, and then Migra comes in and busts some
ice. Yeah, and so that's the end. He actually came up with a pretty good idea. Disguise yourself as a doctor.
Yeah, he disguises. He tries to anyway. He just tries.
Yeah, but they noticed the bandage on his hand.
Yeah, they noticed it anyway.
Well, he could say, "Hey, listen, pal. We get a lot of people in here. You know what? Somebody just did this. I had a patient this morning do this to me." You know?
But yeah. I figured. Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Yeah, he could have said, "Yeah, I slammed into the door, asshole."
Yeah, I had a patient break it on me. Pal,
yeah.
Okay. PC guy was on PCP. Do you want to go over my medical records? You want to go do rounds with me? All right, just stick around. But actually, that was actually, I'll give him credit for that. That was a pretty clever idea.
And it's really good social commentary against a social credit or a digital passport or identification. So again, they don't know how stupid their politics are when they try and infuse them in these things, because these wokier than thou ideologues don't really understand that when you show me a scene like this where we're clearly supposed to be on the side against immigration, right? We're clearly supposed to be on the side against ICE, right? Okay, so we're clearly supposed to be on if we're viewers of the show, because we're supposed to be rooting for Rios, we're supposed to be rooting for these characters. This tells me that having a digital passport and social ID and credit score and stuff is a bad thing, because, it's only being used to take advantage of poor, underprivileged immigrants. I love it how Star Trek can't get his like, this is why you don't want me in politics involved in that or paying attention, because anytime they're going to try that with with the stunt they pulled with Stacey Abrams on Discovery and everything else, I'm like, oh, so you're telling me?
Hey, we've got 43 people here watching.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
56 likes. Let's see if we can get up to 60 likes, everybody. Come
Directed
on.
by Leah Thompson, the following episode too. Yeah, see, this one wasn't so hard to look at. Discovery was impossible to look at. It's just the camera was shaking constantly. It's just
Can we please, somebody go to Best Buy and buy these people a tripod? Listen, I know there's a big deal. It's a big deal.
They need a gimbal or something. It feels like they're filming it on their cell phone.
Yeah. Well, they want that. They want to make you feel like you're part of the action.
But it makes you nauseated if you're not watching it on a cell phone. If I'm watching it on my monitor.
It looks amateurish and cheap is what it looks like. I mean, you have... This is how much they pay, like $10-12 million an episode of STD, and you're shooting it all on handheld cameras.
Yeah, where did they land? I didn't even see where they landed.
I don't know where they landed. They landed in the middle of a field somewhere.
Yeah, they landed in the middle of a field, I think. So we're going home. But
they never say where home is specifically.
What is dark on that side of the planet, though? So it's probably France. He probably is gonna. I mean, I guarantee.
It's probably his vineyard. Yeah, family vineyard.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Still, you think you're like, Mama, there's a spaceship outside.
Here's where we get claimed for everything. Papa, there's a spaceship. I just love how their commentary against tent cities backfired. It's just everything that they do.
Hey, we're up to 60 likes. Yay!
I'm gonna clip this. This is important. Literally everything they do in Star Trek, Ayaveka, is antithetical. What is the word I'm looking for?
The antithesis.
Literally everything is the antithesis of their political message that they're trying to infuse in Star Trek. There we go. I said a word. I am noticing that Star Trek is becoming more and more politically affiliated and commentary-y. And I love the fact that they chose a very, very left-leaning city to showcase their spaz chop zone, their spaz zone, their whatever it's called, chaz, chop, spaz, bug,
the
spock, the spaz zone. They're using Los Angeles to showcase what kind of a crap hole these areas are, huh? I wonder what their message could be. Are they secretly anti all of it? I don't know. This is the other little social commentary that they liked to they like to sprinkle in Picard in this one. As somebody who likes to tell these shows to get your politics out of it unless you actually know what you're talking about, I am under the impression that these people are trying to usher in some sort of I don't know, identification system, perhaps digital, and these people who are demanding identification are just istophobes, clearly, and it is the bad thing to do to have people trying to find and look at your ID. Therefore, it is istophobic to have said identification on your phone for movement, in my opinion. That is all I got. That's only a minute and a half. Oh, well, who cares?
Oh, well.
That's all I got. That's why I don't talk politics, because I'm like, I don't understand it and don't care. Get off screen. And I don't think they do either. I hate handheld shaky cams. I do too. Hello, Eric Schultz. Whenever they get into social justice, the show goes down a dead end and never recovers. Yeah, and I think that's what they're trying to do. Because they're not smart enough to do it. they're not smart enough to understand what their messages are or the complexities of why they're wrong. It's like they want to blame the outcome instead of what got them there, I think.
Oh, Joy, look, Screen Rant. 10 things that make no sense about Wrath of Khan.
Ugh, I don't want to know. Didn't they do this ice stuff in the woke version of Roseanne? I don't know. I didn't watch that one. It looked like, who wants to watch the woke version of Roseanne? I try not to watch woke versions of stuff. So yeah, I is not as violent and gross and brutal as last season, you know, with the eye gouging and the puking, but it's still pretty violent and dystopian. It's still pretty dark. It's like they still forget that the universe that they're coming from was not this hopeful, optimistic Star Trek. Like they're like, oh, and the universe got broke. Well, it was broke before you showed up, Q. So I think the whole plausibility of this, I have a lot of issues with. I have a lot of issues with their motives. I have a lot of issues with the fact that it's a lot of rehash as well. We've seen all of this before. We've seen Voyager land on Earth. We've seen DS9 land on Earth. We've seen the TNG crew land on Earth. We've seen the TOS crew land on Earth. I've seen it time and time again, and I think that's why maybe I don't hate it as much as I hate Discovery, because at least they can keep this camera still and you got a story from beginning to end that was copy and pasted from more competent stories. So I think that's, how much will they script the timeline? It's already screwed up because we bounced off from the universe where Picard, well, we bounced off from this.
There you go.
We bounced off from this universe.
That's what you want to do when you that's exactly what you want to do when you watch Picard. You want to bash your head in with a rock.
And that's the universe we came from. That's the universe we come from, where it's that violent and gory and grotesque. Do I still have the old clip? I still have the old, yeah. I'm not even going to show you the rest of that. That's gross.
Well,
the first episode, they picked that up. She picks up that eye gougey thing that they used to pluck his eye out. Well, and that wasn't even him, because he didn't even have the cortical node, because he already removed that to save 7 of 9 in Voyager in like the last season. So I mean,
they got a real hard on
it's Illuminati. That's why they always go after the left eye. They always gouge out the left eye in these shows because it's an Illuminati signal.
Well, from what I hear, like, Alex Kurtzman's a big conspiracy theorist, so I mean.
Well, yeah, he's either in the club or he's trying to get in the club.
Well, okay.
I mean, to me, this almost seems like he's desperately trying to get in the club and isn't already. But, I mean, being employed in Hollywood, though, it makes me think he is.
Why won't they let me in the club?
It's Star Trek, not Hellraiser. I know. I know. This is the shit we get.
We have
Admiral Potty Mouth.
Sheer fucking hubris. You think you could just
Can you make the Admiral say the F word?
She shouldn't. So that's my big problem with a lot of this, is that
it's not getting better.
It's not getting better. It's just not getting worse either.
It's not, yeah. Well,
it's not getting worse, and everything we've seen before countless times, right? Yeah, all the leaves are brown and the sky is gray in the middle of the good part of Earth in 2024 before this is another problem. I mean, you can compare the two.
And this was entirely...
The blue sky versus blue skies. Blue sky. This is supposed to be blue skies.
Well, this is all done to save money. This was all done. All this entire plot, this entire season was done to save money. You go back in time.
They could crap it out quickly during the coof, during the middle of 2020. They could crap out 2 seasons at once, because we know they filmed 2 of them at once. Same thing with Strange New Worlds. They're filming season 2. Oh, do we want to talk about that? Let's talk a little bit about that. I forgot to do a video on that one. Which means I gotta pull it up on the other screen. Did you know? Remember when we went live a couple of days ago when we're like, is this Kirk? Remember when? Because I do. Here. I'm going to go ahead and Remember when we were just speculating how they were going to destroy James T. Kirk? Now it's official. Oh, they're officially going to further destroy. I mean, I guess they already did in the 2009 movie. They're going to keep doing it now with Strange New Worlds. I am Mecca, and you are?
I'm off camera.
He's off camera. Because reasons. I mean, realistically, you'd rather see me anyway. It is St. Patrick's Day, which is why we're green screening. Ouch, because Irish. We got confirmation now that, of course, they're going to do that. Of course. They couldn't not. There you go. Strange New Worlds. Oh, let me pull it up better. We'll pull it up better so you can see it. Strange New Worlds. Of course, they got to do it this way. Is it on Window Capture 3? No. Ugh. Which one is the right one? I don't have the right one. They're all wrong. They're all the wrong ones. They're all the wrong ones. Oh no. Holy crap. There you go. Strange New Worlds has confirmed. Not only are they filming 2 seasons at once, well, they're not doing that. No, I forgot what I was going to say. Help.
They've confirmed. Well, they couldn't help themselves, could they?
Not only are they busy filming season 2 before season 1 even dropped, that shows you how bad season 1's gonna be, that they gotta crap out another one before anybody gives any feedback on it. Oh, it's confirmed they're gonna ruin Captain Kirk. See, he doesn't want to stay on screen either. Captain Kirk is going to be played by, well, this version of him, 25% different one. Paul Wesley, we knew it. We told you. We said, who else could he possibly be playing? There are a few issues, though. Like, we saw that he has the command rank on his sleeves. Who would he be in command of then? You've been digging into this more.
He wouldn't be in command of anything. As far as he was 32 years old when he commanded the Enterprise, and this right about here, he would be on either the USS. He'd be on the USS Farragut, or he would be on the he would be at the Academy as an instructor with Gary Mitchell. His first post was the USS Reliant with Lieutenant Finney. And Finney screwed up, and Kirk reported him, which he's supposed to do, and Finney always resented him.
So here's the thing, though. A lot of people had some issue, I was seeing, with figuring out when the timeline was. This is still right before this is right before Kirk's on the Enterprise. Because Pike, this is the Pike series. Either they're going to end season 2 with Kirk getting command, because look at him, he's in the damn captain's chair.
Which is still too early. Listen,
which is still too early. I mean, are they going to jump ahead in season 1
STD takes place 10 years before Kirk takes command of the Enterprise. Okay.
You do know why they cast him, right? Because he looks like Captain Kirk.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably, well, they're probably still going to go with this thing making Kirk bi.
So
that's probably one of it. They like to retcon historic straight people to make them gay, and then they want to make white people black, like they did with that Yarrow from.
Not only do I have a thing for green women, I have a thing for green men as well. Yes.
Doubtful, but yay. He's starring in the iconic role of James T. Kirk in the 2nd season of the Paramount Plus drama series. Will it be Paramount Plus by then?
Who knows?
How many times has it changed names? It was CBS All Access. Then it was. It hasn't been CBS now. It's Paramount Plus.
It's Paramount Plus now.
The role is best known for starring William Shatner, well as the actual Kirk. The casting comes ahead of the launch of season 1. Yeah, and I think they had to admit it, because we were sitting here going, wait a minute, I think he's going to be playing Kirk, because of course they have nothing. They can't rely on their own writing or their own stories. They have to rely on something that was like 99% complete already. I mean, they already have a character. They already have a name. They don't have to do anything. These lazy hacks who are just activists instead of writers can come in and just be like, well, what's a story that's already got all the work done to it?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
They don't have to write any names or think of anything. I hate them so much.
But okay, this also begs the thing. Now, he was pictured standing alongside the con chick.
Yeah. Yeah.
My comment is in there somewhere, hopefully.
Oh, your comments on Deadline? I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm
Look
sure
for
they
someone
banned you.
who's okay, unless they
Annoyed.
Sterling Archer is I usually post that. No, keep going.
Anonymous Scotty.
Okay, yeah, they didn't publish.
They probably deleted you.
Yeah, they deleted it. So anyway, but that begs the question.
Yeah, what's the timeline here?
Yeah.
Wasn't Shatner about 35 at the start of Trek?
He was.
Yeah, this guy's got to be 38, 39.
He's 40
no, he's
next.
40. Yeah, he's 40, but he looks a little younger. I mean, he's kind of scrawny and soy looking, so
okay, but
he could be a little younger.
But again, he's pictured standing next to the Noonien Singh chick, okay? When they find the Space Seed, when they find the Botany Bay, wouldn't that mean Kirk would
Wouldn't
say...
he be like, I served with a Noonien Singh over here?
Spock, wasn't there a Noonien Singh on the Enterprise when I first took over command? Why, I do believe there was. I mean, it makes... I mean, you've already royally screwed up everything. No, you don't want to... No.
No, I don't want that. We don't want that.
Okay, we'll cut that part.
I wanted the Kirk. Well, you're not seeing anything. Kirk leaked pics. Captain Kirk.
Strange New Worlds.
Well, I didn't show anything. Images from... What was on Twitter? It was on Twitter. Alright, I gotta find it on Twitter. See, this is the problem when I have two. Well, I was gonna pull it up. I got two monitors.
Trek Core had it.
Yeah, Trek Core had it, but it's like I gotta click on 27 things to get Trek Core.
So, but anyway, like I said, so it just makes really... it doesn't make a whole lot of sense here. That you've already... You're playing with fire here, guys. Come on. You really think fans are going to go for this?
Yes. Yes. Well, just look at my old stream from like 3 days ago. We left that up. Let me find it. They're going to go for it. They are. What do they say? The word was that SNW, Strange New Worlds, doesn't look great for viewing. Hence, this is why they're doing this. Stop thinking you're giving them too much credit and effort.
When they get desperate...
I can't help but think. That's my problem.
When they get desperate, that's when they do these kind of things.
Say it into the mic and stay yelling across the room.
When they get desperate, that's when they do these kind of things. They remember, Spock's not going to appear in STD. Spock's not going to appear. And sure enough, season 2, they got desperate and they had to bring Spock in.
All right. It's in my Twitter, so let me look.
Yeah.
We'll talk while I look.
So, but like I said, they're doing these things without thinking about...
I can't look on this one.
They're doing these things without thinking.
Because my DMs don't work on my phone, so never send me a DM on Twitter because they never work on my phone now.
They're doing these things without thinking about the bigger picture.
No.
How does this work? How does this fit? If this happens, if X happens, then Y does... What does that mean for Y? It's become this game they're playing of... Like I said, we're gonna count down to the next. We're gonna, what's the next member? What's the next member berry we can put in here? How can we legitimize ourselves?
That's because we've gotten so We've gotten stupid as a society. We don't care about stories anymore. We just care. Like, okay, first off, he probably banged her because he's holding hands there with the con chick.
They're not really holding hands.
They might be, though. I mean, they might be. He's got his hand open and her hand right next to him. They might have been.
Oh, but we don't know how this fits into the timeline. We don't know what to... Like, we
Who cares how it fits? Well, I mean, then we know it's a fake timeline, then we know it's a fake timeline if it doesn't add up. I mean, we already know it's a fake timeline because the ship's different. I mean, if the ship looked exactly the same in Trials and Tribulations in DS9, and it looked exactly the same in a Mirror Darkly, then we know for a fact. I mean, we're not fucking stupid. We can sit there and see it. I'm yelling at the Twitter bots, right? There's a couple of these assholes on Twitter who are like, yes, but canon. Then you're just an idiot if you're going to accept the fact that the ship with the refit and the redesign and all the retcons and all the new technology is the same ship. Then you're just an idiot because you can see it with your own eyes. That just tells me that you're more willing to drink their Kool-Aid. Not you guys.
I mean,
I'm yelling at this one asshole on Twitter right now.
Well, the uniforms are different, as we can see.
Yeah, the uniforms are different. Everything about it is different. So this is fake Trek anyway. Which is one of the problems with it, is that they keep trying to go back and redo and reboot and retcon everything to the point where, yeah, now one of Khan's ancestors is there right next to fake Kirk. Another fake Kirk.
Just like I said, the expression, the posture, everything about that guy screamed, "I am Captain Kirk."
Yeah, and then of course they admit it.
And yeah, they got out too early.
I think it's because we started speculating, and I got out probably earlier than they wanted. or Strange New Worlds was getting it was just getting no interest. Nobody cared about it.
No, there's no buzz around. There's absolutely no buzz.
Nobody cares about it. You had 100,000 views on the Strange New World trailer and 8 million on the Obi-Wan. You had 11 million views on the Ms. Marvel trailer and 100,000 on Strange New Worlds. I have videos that have 100,000, and my channel is squashed. So yeah, Strange New Worlds follows Captain Pike, Anson Mount, Science Officer Spock, and number 1 Rebecca Romaine. As they
Una Chin Riley.
Una Chin Riley.
Oh, for God's sake!
Oh, so they're making her half Chinese because China.
I don't know.
Chinese appropriation. Well, they saw it on Firefly, and they thought it would be a nice touch. Their adventures predate Captain Kirk's before he stepped aboard the Enterprise. Yeah.
Somebody also directed episodes of Roswell. Oh my God, that's CW. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what they want. They want CW shit. Wesley was previously one of the leads of Vampire Diaries. He also starred in something else for Paramount Plus, so he's probably under contract with them. He can also be seen on Shudder. Don't care. He has also directed episodes of Roswell, so he's also directed. I told you, he was too famous for them just to have him as a one-off.
I don't blame him for taking the part. You know, he had a job. He was offered a job.
That's not his fault. I mean, sure, he's fine. Paul is an accomplished actor, an astonishing presence, and a welcome key in addition to the show. Like all of us, he's a lifelong Star Trek fan. Alex Kurtzman, you were a fucking liar.
And?
You never liked Star Trek. You said you didn't like it because it was too intellectual for you. You wanted it to be more like Star Wars. We are excited by his interpretation of this iconic role. I don't want an interpretation of an iconic role, though. I am so tired of every bit of this being stuck in the past. And when they go to the future, they still don't know what the frick to do with it.
Again, this, like we always say, the problem with doing prequels is you're taking this big universe and you're making it smaller.
Oh, no. 2 different women are not playing number 1. They're just putting her character name. They can't even write, these people. Who wrote this? Yeah, so they're saying I'm confused 2 different women. No, they can't write a goddamn article. No. I thought so too until I read her name. Oh, that's Una. That's her. They do have a different actress playing Nurse Chapel, though. It's Jess Bush chick, whoever she is. Rebecca Romaine should have been doing a dual role in this. Didn't have to pay her more.
They pay her twice. This. Oh, crying out loud.
So they don't even know what they're doing with them.
No.
But these are the same assholes who are like, oh, we're never gonna have Spock appear. We're never gonna have Spock appear. Peter White, television editor.
No, you're never gonna have Spock. You're never gonna
have a picture of him. No. Looking for the person who wrote this.
So listen. So it's only a matter of time before they have quote unquote Cadet Uhura. So it's only a matter of time before we see Scotty. It's only a matter of time before we see Sulu.
Well, we do have Uhura. She's on the show.
And yeah, it's only a matter of time before we see Chekhov. It's only a matter of time before we see McCoy.
Yeah, Celia Rose Gooding is Uhura.
Yeah, Cadet Uhura. A cadet wouldn't be assigned to a Federation ship.
The flagship, yeah.
To the flagship.
And Christia Chong as Laan Noonien Singh, which is like what we were saying. That's this chick. This is the Noonien Singh chick. The Khan chick.
See, they tie it back to the original series. They tie everything back to in a quest for legitimacy.
Yeah.
Oh, we couldn't create something good on our own, so we got to tie it back. So that makes it so you can't separate it. They get their hooks into it.
Yeah, Gary Lockwood character. Yeah, they could have been one of those, but
Yeah, it's only time before we see Gary Mitchell too. I mean, that's
Well, they've name dropped him so many times. James T. Kirk with Paul Wesley. So yeah, that's the thing that we got with this. Wonder what Shatton's reaction would be. Oh, he said something like "take good care of my crew" or something. Like, what are you gonna say? I mean, if you trash it, they'll kick him off of the convention circuit.
Yeah, guy's 90 years old now. What does he care?
What does he care? What do I care? I mean, like he's already Kirk. This guy's gonna be the fake Kirk on the bad version of Star Trek. So, on the bad reboot. I mean, that's all this is. He's just a fake Kirk on the bad reboot. Yeah, they're going to destroy him. Yeah, they're probably going to make him bisexual. Yeah, they're probably going to do all kinds of stupid stuff for him. Because of course they are. I mean, that's all they do. That's all they know how to do. But, like, do I get a check from this? Yeah, and if he doesn't get a check from it, who cares, right?
I got nothing else.
I know. I'm going back to my live chat. Don't you go anywhere. Jake Kirk, exactly. I gotta stop my record. We've been live an hour and a half. I am starving. It's almost 5. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm gonna leave this live probably so you can watch it or not at your own convenience. Watch us lose our minds. I'm probably gonna play some more Cyberpunk today. I don't know if I'll do here or over on Twitch. I was gonna get some food ready to make something and I never got around to it. Maybe we'll do a special St. Patrick's Day stream or something later. You would rather do like a St. Patrick's Day music stream on your channel or here? I'll dropkick Murphy songs. You make them up as you go, Rob. I don't know. Tuna helper for dinner. What am I don't even know what I'm having. I'm probably microwaving something or throwing some chicken fries in the air fryer. Because thank you guys so much for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for ordering for a shout out. I did respond to Frost's thing. I'm like, I'm only here for the shout outs. That's what I put. I did say that. I'm like, I'm just here responding so I can get my because sometimes like I've noticed that like sometimes all the YouTube channels that I watch, if I reply enough, they might show my tweet on screen. Oh. Wow, I'm 8 hours ahead of Mecca. Yeah, it's 4:50. It's 4:50. But thank you. See you two later. Yeah, I might stream over on Twitch. I don't know. We'll see. We might do Twitch or we'll probably do Twitch. We will probably do Twitch. And happy St. Patrick's Day. I am wearing green after all. And it's green screening out a lot, so. Get a Reuben from Arby's and a Shamrock Shake from Mickey D's. Ooh, we could just do you could try a
what?
We could do a Rob tries St. Patrick's Day food. Or something. I don't know. I don't think we have any like real Irishy places around here, but but thank you guys so much. We will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. Bye.
Bye.